Cris, congratulations on your victory. It didn't necessarily come easy. There was a takedown early on, and Yana was controlling against the cage a little bit. Talk about how you felt in there. Were you surprised at all with what she was able to do tonight?
You know, I was really relaxed at the fight, and I think fight soon possible, like after Holloway fight, this is giving me more experience, you know, for be patient. And I really work a lot on my jiu-jitsu, and then maybe today is going to be the opportunity, but no, I prefer KO and keep punches. But I know I feel great, you know, I have just 2-3 weeks, but I was keep training, I was learning, and then, you know, I feel great.
Was there any sense of relief at all when you got the win? Because, as you said, this was a quick turnaround, short notice fight, you stepped up to the occasion, but was there any sense of relief, like, yes, I was able to get through this?
You know, when I go walk to the cage, I just remind me my last fight. It's very quick, like 1 month after, 2 months after, and I feel home. I feel like great, you know, doing again. And then now I understand. I was Jason, my coach, say, you need to fight all the time. It's good for you. And I really see that. It's really great.
Well, Dana was here earlier, and he said you and Amanda Nunes is definitely the fight to make. I know you said you don't like Brazil versus Brazil, but could you do it in Brazil? Would you want to turn around by May, or is that too soon?
You know, she's gonna fight now, defend her title belt in Brazil in May, I think, and then probably gonna fight July. If she wins, to be the champion. And now she's calling me out. I'm not calling Amanda out. You know, she's calling me out, and I can fight her July.
Dana said he might think about not having her defend her title and make you next to make sure that fight happens. So, could you do Rio, or would that be too soon for you?
I don't know, you know, but for me, I think it's gonna be too soon. No, you know, because I'm going to Brazil, and then I have a lot of things to do. I'm gonna I bring my niece with me, leaving, and they're gonna be end of March. And I accepted this fight because it's beginning of March, and they continue to have my plan. But I don't know. Let's see. I'm big excited.
Cris, were you surprised that Yana got up after that first right hand you hit her with? You dropped her, and a lot of times when you hit somebody with a clean right like that, you finish them. She managed to get up. Did that surprise you?
Not surprised me. She said I don't have power in the count, and I said maybe she don't check my share dog. And then the first punch I did, she said, why I say that? And I just, you know,
I wonder if you can break yourself down against Amanda Nunes. Like, what do you think how that fight would play out? If that's the next fight, it sounds like it is. What problems would she present to you?
No, Amanda, she's the champion of 35. You know, I respect all. You know, she would be the champion. But I don't think she'll fight anybody like me too, you know, and then she's gonna up 145. I know she's had a couple fights 145 before, but you know, the one thing, like I said, I never want to fight Brazilian, but when I was the champion already in Strikeforce, my division, we never had the opportunity to fight each other because she's never getting close, you know, and now she's the champion 135, she called me out. Okay, let's do this fight, and I'm gonna train and be ready. And what she's going to do for me, I don't think about this, I just think about what I'm going to do there.
You fought a lot of great fighters, notably Holloway and Gina Carano. But I wonder, when you fight Amanda, do you think Amanda will be the most talented fighter that you've ever faced in your career?
I think Amanda have a lot of fights. She's the girl beat Ronda, she's the girl beat a lot of girls, Misha Tate, a lot of big names. You know, but let's see. I don't know, I don't like saying anything before I fight. You know, I like go to the cage and fight.
When you watch her, like when you watched her fight Valentina, were you impressed by what she did? I mean, you know, she didn't get the finish like you got, but Valentina's a heck of a fighter.
You know, this fight very close. You know, some people think that Valentina win this fight, but it's very close, very technical fight. You know, she's fight smart.
And then, lastly, do you feel like Dana said he feels like you and he are in a very good place right now? There was a ton of Cris Cyborg promotion on this fight. You were all over the place. Do you feel like now you finally are on the track where you wanted to be from the beginning when you first joined the UFC a couple of years ago?
You know, I just saw Don White and I shake his hand and say, we are friends now. I know, I say that. You know, I'm very thankful for the opportunity. You know, I'm very happy. I love my job. I love my job. And then I'm easy to work with. Really, I'm not hard to work. But just if you show a little bit, you like my work, for sure I'm going to do my best, okay, to make you happy. And I'm really happy, and then I show why I'm happy. I'm here.
Cris, a Yana te derrubou, ela chegou a ficar uns 2 minutos e meio com você no chão. A gente não tinha visto isso ainda no UFC. Te surpreendeu de alguma forma? Você achou ela talvez mais? Você achou ela forte?
Não, a gente treinou, a gente achou que ela ia tentar levar pro chão. Até se você ver a luta da Holly, não teve muito tempo de mudar alguma coisa, a gente achou, mas eu treino chão, né? Se tivesse a quantidade de ir pro chão, a gente pode, eu levanto, senão eu ia tentar fazer alguma coisa, mas eu não me surpreendi, eu acreditei, eu já sabia que ela ia tentar. E ainda mais a partir de, depois ela sentiu o meu soco. Eu achei que deu direto nela, e ela falou, não dá pra mim aqui, vou levar pro chão. E daí que aconteceu.
Mas ali quando ela quase pegou suas costas ali...
Mas ele tava defendendo, né? Tava com a mãozinha aqui, defendendo. Pra pegar ia ser mais trabalhoso, mas tava ali, ela tava tentando dela e eu tava defendendo.
Certo. Um outro ponto interessante, se a gente olhar alguns anos atrás, como já mencionaram, você tinha a sua relação com o Dana White e com o UFC não era das melhores. Hoje, passaram alguns anos, você salvou um evento, é o segundo evento aqui nas Vegas que você faz o main event. Te surpreendeu o quão rápido esse processo evoluiu depois de anos já não ter as
Não foi rápido, né? Não foi rápido.
Não, desde que você chegou no UFC.
Desde que eu cheguei no UFC, eu acho que continuidade do meu trabalho, eu sendo profissional, né? Eles me chamando para lutar, eu treinando, me preparando, minha postura. Tá certo que a gente teve umas controvérsias assim, mas eu acredito que aos pouquinhos eles vêm gostando de mim, eu tô mostrando profissionalismo, acho que é isso que eles gostam.
Há pouquinho eles gostam de você vem gostando deles, né?
Hã?
Aos poucos eles gostam de você e você também vem gostando deles.
Porque muitas pessoas me conhecem só dentro do octágono, né? Não me conhecem como pessoa. Acho que quando as pessoas começarem a me conhecer da forma como eu sou, acho que as pessoas se surpreendem muito e começam a gostar mais.
Certo, minha última pergunta. O Dano falou aqui pra gente agora há pouco que pra ele parece que vai fazer sentido casar você com a Amanda no Rio de Janeiro. E você pediu uma luta em julho. Fisicamente, quando você gostaria de lutar e se no Rio faz sentido pra você?
Ele tem que falar com o meu manager, mas eu acredito que o Maia eu não vou lutar não.
Mais seria muito cedo isso?
Eu tenho coisas para resolver, eu desde o começo, antes dessa luta casar, eu já tinha falado que eu lutaria em julho, mas eu vou deixar com o meu manager resolver isso, é ele que resolve.
Cris, you mentioned this week that you are going to be adopting your 12-year-old niece, and without sort of be happening very soon after this fight. So I'm just curious, I mean, what is that? How exciting is that? How big of a change is that? And how will that affect sort of your next couple months as you help her settle at your home?
You know, me and my niece, we have a good relationship like a mother and a kid, and then here in America I can give a better opportunity for her. And then when I moved to America, I was gonna bring her, she stayed with my mom, and then my brother take care of her. And I said, when I fix everything in my life, I bring you, live with me. And I did this promise 7 years ago. And then I'm really happy I'm gonna make this promise, and I'm gonna happy to show the opportunity for her, bring her training for me, go do things with kids like she do. And I'm really happy this is gonna change my life and her life for sure.
See, I mean, you just said you promised her that when everything was fixed and you were established. So you feel like that's happened? You're now in that point where you're really truly
I think about age too. Like when I moved to America like 7-8 years ago, I was even speaking English, and then I really hard you bring a whole family, you come here, you have to learn, you have to do a lot of things, and now everything right. I think it's the right time to bring her. Thank you.
Cris, Megan Anderson tweeted out her congratulations to you tonight, and then she also said that she would like to have a fight with you now. I know obviously everybody would like to see the fight with Amanda Nunes, but if for any reason that fight stalls the way it did before, and I know originally we were supposed to see you fight Megan Anderson, would that be a fight you would be interested in taking?
This is my job. I'm the champion. Who's going to be ready for fight with me? I'm going to be ready. Meg Anderson, I supposed to fight her before Holloway. It's not my fault that this fight don't happen. She's tweaked, but she really cannot fight. She's really had to handle her problem with UFC to make this fight happen.
And one more from me. If you could compare and contrast going the distance with Holly Holm compared to tonight, which was very quick work for you, just the general feeling after the fight. Obviously you took no damage tonight, but do you have a physical sense of you could be back in there very quickly?
Holly's the real fight. When I start touching her, like you see Yana, when I touch her, she's one take it down, and then when you see Holly, she's have a lot of experience. I respect that, and because she's doing make an amazing fight, December, and yes. Thank you guys. Thank you. Have a good night.